Here we go. Hey, everybody. We are back. We're just fooling around right now. So don't
Great
expect
start
anything.
tonight. Sorry, guys.
Don't expect anything too serious to happen right now. We're waiting for Mike. You might also have noticed that last week and this week, Espo is not with us. He'll be rejoining us at some point in the future, we hope. But until then, Gus is wandering somewhere doing Gus things. You know, probably checking up on his buddy, the prison guard, or whatever. He's got a lot of friends around the world. He's got to make sure they're all doing okay. Or he's like molting. I don't know. Do turtles molt?
Sure.
I don't know. Yeah.
His buddy, the prison guard, died though.
Oh, that's right. He did die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the first
It was a bad
kill of the
moment.
assassin.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. That poor guy. But anyway, here we are. Last time, which was our first time back in a long while, man, we're making some real progress now. So we are off to finally stop the vanishing. We're taking the fight to our enemies. So the vanishing, look, if you don't know what it is at this point, you should really catch up on the episodes that we've done so far. This goes back a long way, but basically it's terrible, and if it becomes permanent, then the world ends is basically what you need to know. So we're trying to stop it from happening, and we've done a lot of things to try and stop it from happening. We killed about 8 million illithid, and spent a long time in the Underdark, and I don't know, like we saved the dwarf village, I guess, maybe, kind of. And then, like, we stormed our kingdom because it was being sieged by the name you see at the bottom of the thing here. Troops from Vilayas had come and were sieging the kingdom, and all sorts of weird things were going on. The king had been replaced by a Rakshasa, and everything was bad, and all the bad guys showed up. Almost all the bad guys showed up at once, and we had a big fight, and we killed a lot of people in the kingdom. So we decided to leave for a little while, and something is going on with this dragon head statue. It's really important. I don't know if we've quite figured it out yet. The Farron seems to have like a demonic staff.
Only like
It's
two-thirds.
yeah, it's like
Only 2/3 of a demonic staff.
Judgment.
part of a demonic staff that I don't know what
Part
we're
of
doing.
the staff that used to belong to a demon.
Yeah.
The staff isn't demonic.
I mean, it's real evil. I know that it's very evil.
The staff is a staff.
It's very evil. It's a very evil staff. The dragon head statue is not evil, however. It is very good. It is a force for good. And so we decided what better to do with this very powerful force of good than go traipsing around the world with it, calling all bad guys to us like a beacon.
Right. More experience.
Yeah. So basically where we're at, we think, still don't really know what we're doing, but we think that we need to keep the statue safe and maybe keep some other people safe. And the safest place is always with us, as we've learned. So
Right. Geralda.
yeah. So we're going traipsing around the countryside, like I said, with this dragon statue in tow, and maybe some other folks. And we're going to see how many bad people we can get to chase us so we can destroy them. I think is basically the plan. More or less.
Perfect.
That's a plan,
Yeah. I mean, it's a good plan.
I think it's a good plan. Nothing's gonna go wrong.
Like, we couldn't just leave the statue sitting somewhere.
Right. And it has to be in the world.
It does have to
Can't
be in the
just
world. We did find out
Can't
it
be
has
out of
to
the
be in the world. It is doing
Yeah.
something to stop the vanishing from being real bad. But that only works if it's, like, out in the world and not, sitting in Mordenkainen's mansion.
For example.
For example.
Or in Taloda's personal demi-plane.
Right. Which is where we tried to leave it.
Or in the Shadowfell.
Yeah.
Or in the Underdark.
And there might be, more than one of them. Each plane of the multiverse may have its own dragon head statue.
We need to combine them all and to put them on like a
Maybe. My theory, which I share, I think like after last time, after we were done, I think my theory is that somewhere we're gonna find a drawer of them, where people are just keeping them in a drawer and acting like they're paperweights.
That sounds
Drawer
right.
full of
Yep.
statues. Yeah.
They've just miniaturized them.
Yep.
Yeah. For the moment, the dragon head statue is still on Efilas' table because where we left off last time, after we met Efilas in his Mordecai's mansion, was that he was going to attempt to track the half-orc because after much discussion, it came down to that we thought we should start there because that may have been like the bottom of the totem pole and work our way up, although even that was debatable, but and so the Nephilis is like, okay. And so he, as everybody is preparing, Ephilis has gone upstairs to get the rest of his things. And then he comes back down. Everybody make an insight check. Because Ifos needs an insight check immediately. Yeah.
Looks fine.
All right, 4. Sorry, I was waiting for 5th. Yeah, I mean it's even the 11. Yeah, because he's not trying to like hide. He's just he seems a little reluctant, is I think is the way to put it. Not necessarily. He's doing that like, I mean, I have a teenager. He's doing that teenager like drag his feet when you need him to do something thing. Which is a little unlike him because he's usually pretty go get him once a decision, a path has been decided. But he comes back down, and he opens a book, flips through it. He says, "This will take me a few minutes." And he proceeds to read something out of his book because that's what nerds do.
Mm-hmm.
And and after he's done that,
It's because he wants to keep it for himself.
and,
That's why he doesn't want to take it anywhere.
Yeah. So you see him cast something, and when he's done casting, he like, oh, he's got that frustrated Efilas look, which some of you've seen before. He's like, this individual seems to be a little more powerful than maybe you're making him sound. He seems to have some wards against scrying him, as it would be. Or he's just strong enough to resist my magic. So I will try something else, but this may take a little bit longer. And so he's like flipping through the book, and he comes across something and says, give me a few minutes. And so he takes a few minutes to prepare another spell. But eventually he says, all right. And you see him like kind of sit down on the floor. And he I guess he wouldn't sit on the floor. He sits in a chair that appears for him. And yeah, because we're in the Mordecai's. And he starts to cast, and it almost looks like he's going into like a seance of some kind when he's casting. It's a weird kind of cast that he does. And you see him kind of mumbling. He's got his eyes closed, and he's mumbling as he's casting. And this goes on for like a minute, where he's just, doing this. And he opens his eyes and he kind of shakes his head and wipes his brow a little bit and says, Okay. So this half orc, and he kind of stands up and he like puts his hand on the dragon head statue, kind of leans against it for a second. Ooh, I can't do that too often. But he's the good news is that he's on this plane. He's in Vilayas' realm. I took a shot because it's Vilayas' realm, and I discovered that he's actually in Sadgernis, which is capital. And then I tried to get a little more information about who he was with and what he was doing in Sadgernis, and the answers were all unclear. The being that I was conversing with didn't seem to have could not answer that question. I even asked this being, was this our best route? And I got an unclear answer. But Sadgernis, that is where.
Who are you talking to?
A being on another plane.
You don't know who it was?
No, it just. I mean, if I had asked, that would have been one of my questions. So.
How do you know you are not being tricked like the Farron was?
Not.
Oh.
But it's
Okay.
the only other. It's the only other spell I had that could have. I mean, the scry spell would have been very useful, but as I said, I could not see him. And anything else I ask, I have to be. Well, he's not that close for those spells to work. So. Based on what you told me, Wigbit, about your visions that you've had that we've talked about last night, and that's why I took a chance with Vilayas and even Sadgernis. But as you said, Grim, I don't know. These could be all false answers from. I mean, I could have been talking to the Prince of Deception for all I know.
It makes sense.
But if you wish to.
Well,
But if that's where we wish to go.
If the Rakshasa was deceiving Vilayas' realm as well, we've seen proof that what he can accomplish. Time to go check them out.
It is a long journey.
And
Gotta start somewhere, though.
Efilas walks around the table and he starts shuffling through some maps, and he opens like a book and he kind of scrolls through and he says, knew I had one in here somewhere.
Oh,
Ooh, new map.
Says, well, this is a sketch I made some time ago of Sadgernis. The neighborhoods and things are marked, but if we want to get there quickly, I can get us there quickly at those points that are highlighted there. This point here is a teleportation circle into Sadgernis. It leads to the Temple of Mistra. And And you can roll a religion check if you want to. He doesn't bother to say. You can roll if you want to. Wait, we're not gonna roll that one.
Ring a bell.
No. But Baron and Graham, you've heard of Mystra. Mystra is the goddess of magic. That's one of her her main realms. Let me make sure I'm not pronouncing it. Yeah, goddess of magic. Yeah. So typically a fairly neutral god as far as those go. If they leaned one way, it might be towards the good more than the evil. But but yeah. So that is the known teleportation circle into Sadgernis. The other 2 points are places that I have been in Sadgernis that I could reasonably teleport us to. There would be some risk heading there.
Less risk in entering into the middle of the temple. Teleportation circles are quite well defended.
I don't know if there's a reason for, well, unless there's some kind of wanted posters there for you, or they know who you are. I've traveled to Sadgernis a few times, and I mean, unless I've been deemed an enemy since I serve Agron, but I don't
Not
think
many
the
people
Temple of
have-
Mystra.
Not that many people have seen us and lived.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Efilas,
There's not a lot of Vilayans that know who we are.
yeah, Vilayas actually chuckles at that when you say that. He just kind of chuckles and no, shakes his head.
There were some.
So I think as I said, we don't know what's on the other side, but of that portal, but I think it would be reasonably safe to take that way. I am reasonably certain I could get you to the other 2 locations. There is a small chance of a mishap because
what are these other 2 locations?
one is a shop of an acquaintance of mine, an old acquaintance of mine. And the other one is a green, of like a village green area, which if we step out in the middle of the morning, just in the middle of nowhere, that might draw attention. So I don't know if that would be the best place.
Teleporting into a teleportation circle is also expected. Teleporting into the middle of a park is not.
Less than. That would definitely be the area.
About,
yes.
You mentioned a shop.
Mm-hmm.
Is there some tool or device that we could use to keep these that tend to teleport away from being able to teleport away?
I'm sure there are somewhere.
Do you know what this would be? Should we go to King City or some other place that has not been quite so ravaged by war?
I would imagine you could spend a very long time looking for them.
You don't have a long time.
If someone possessed them, they probably are not willing to part with them. I don't know if Sadgernis is big enough to have something of that power there. We could Call him Zelfot again. He could probably make us some. Or so I've heard.
I feel like it'd be unlikely that a guardian would appear for the sake of making us some magical tool.
What the
It
Guardians
It
do.
only takes a minute.
A minute, he could do it 10 times.
That's right.
Does it take that long?
I don't remember. It was. I don't remember what we got. I think it was 6 minutes because it was an hour. I think it was an hour cast. I don't remember. I don't remember. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, create
I think-
magical item. I think it was like an hour-long ritual.
And he'd shaved it down to 6 minutes.
Yeah,
We could spare
Think so.
6 minutes.
yeah.
And in fifth ed rules, how long does it take to make a magic item? Like for freaking ever, right?
Depends on the
Yeah,
magic
take a
item, but
little
basically, yeah.
longer.
You can craft like 5 gold worth of magic item a day,
Right.
something like that. Yeah.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
dimensional shackles, which is probably a rare item, forever,
Effectively.
effectively.
Yes.
Maybe Eldrick could go forward in time and get you something.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. That sounds good.
Eldrick could go back in time to when the magic was stronger in this land. And people could just make angriels and things back in the day, but now, like,
Forgotten how.
yeah,
Happens.
it does.
And they have to be incapacitated to put the shackles on?
Yeah, I just saw that too.
Oh, that's a drag.
Yeah.
I had this vision of Rowan just keeping one end of the shackles attached to him, and then the first
Just-
round of a fight, he attaches the other end
Yeah.
to the bad guy.
All right, let's go.
Fight to
And
the
hold
death.
him there. And then Wigbit just stands and beats on him.
Rowan just
Good
goes
plan.
full defense. the
Rowan-
rest of the
Oh, yeah,
time.
Wigbit just just pulls him on the chain. Like every time he tries to get away, just
Yeah.
pulls him back.
Well, no, Rowan has one on his left arm, and then he attaches it to their right arm, and then they just fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Gladiator style.
hmm
You just need a tabaxi monk. that
Yeah.
can Done every round.
Like I was gonna say, if
Yeah.
we were getting them incapacitated, the problem would be
That's
solved
true.
anyway.
Yeah, just done one round, and then you can clamp it.
Right. That's a good point. Yeah.
Hmm.
What are we waiting for?
Going to visit Vilayas' realm.
So when we get there, then most of the people that we're going to see are just citizens. They've done no wrong. It's not as though the city is full of enemies. But enemies are in the city. And so we should be aware of that.
Hunt our quarry.
Quickly.
Hmm.
We just have to find a half-orc. Doesn't want to be found. Not gonna find him sitting around here.
Temple?
Seems like
Yeah.
the safest way.
Sure.
Fifth level spell slot. It's better.
What else is he using spell
Yeah,
slots for? He can
come
just
on.
take a nap. In
You
his
gotta
giant
cast this
mansion.
mansion every. You gotta cast the mansion
I
every day,
don't
man.
need a mansion. Let's get a tent. Come on.
Not doing a rope trick. Come on. That's
Yeah.
so. Come
Rope-
on.
Aw.
Even Efilas looks down on a rope
Efilas
trick.
has standards.
Rope trick is pretty
Come
cool.
on.
I think
mean, it's
Grim just
cool,
took
yeah.
rope trick. Or no, he gets it as part of his Gloomstalker.
Oh, yeah, Gloomstalkers get rope trick. Yep.
Yep.
I almost used it once. Shoulda used
We'll
it.
find a
Save,
use for
to
it.
save your life.
Yeah. I was just gonna be like, oh, there's a bunch of illithid down there. Guess I'll just climb up in this hole.
Should have done it.
I should have done it.
Should have done it. Efilas says, all right, so when I open the, sure I read this all right. The only
Please,
time y'all ever use it, y'all just go to other planes.
please read it correctly. Yeah, don't send us to another plane accidentally, please.
Accidentally.
Yeah, exactly. Should we be letting him do this? Who knows where we're gonna end up?
Wig
right.
will put his hat on. I think I might be the most recognizable. I don't know. He
Gotta
puts
wear
his
the
hat
hat.
on. He looks like a chef.
Did you take the feat?
I don't know. Have to try my cooking and find out.
Just wait to see what you use in battle next time.
Pulled out the fork.
I don't have cooking utensils
We
yet.
need to get you some.
The shop sounds good. Do they sell cooking utensils?
Yeah,
Sure they
can we
do.
stop by for some cooking utensils?
The general store.
Yep, that's all I need. What's the Walmart equivalent? Vilayas' city here.
Vilayas
What's-
Smart.
What's the name of this city?
The name of the city?
Yeah, I know you said it.
Sadgernis.
Sadgernis.
Fairness.
Now I picture Wigbit like constantly having a pot on his head, like Johnny Appleseed style, but then he pulls it off and just beats people to death with it, and then puts it back on.
Just puts it right back on.
Yeah.
That's what the proficiency's for. It's the armor bonus too.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right, there you go.
From wearing the
Proficient
pot
in
on your
wearing
head.
pot.
Yep.
Right.
It's like covered in blood when he's done with beating
Yeah.
the guy, and he just puts it right back on his head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Flavor for later.
Yeah,
Blood's
he's
just
just-
like bacon grease, man. That's just
He's just
how you
wearing this
start
like
the meal.
dented bloody pot on his head all the time.
We figured out Wigbit's special sauce.
Yeah, the candy. The candy's just
Yeah.
blood.
Oh, it's blood candy.
Blood
Great.
candy.
Where do you think you
With,
get the hit points from, man? It's like
That's how you get hit points back. Have a little someone
learn
else's
it from
blood.
Mike.
Yeah.
You gotta take something from him. Hit points are
that's
zero sum.
Ah.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Our other most recognizable possibly.
With disguise. Oh,
Oh.
I don't have any disguises.
Oh yeah. Eat. All right. So you done turned into a.
The Farron
Middle-aged
holds
library.
his staff and then his form changes.
Into a old guy.
Middle-aged
Not-
librarian with a brown
Yeah.
tunic and pants with brown hair and
Probably
brown eyes.
looks. So he looks younger.
Yeah, slightly younger.
Yeah. Oh God, Mike's about to throw another mini on the screen.
I'm not.
All right.
Kind of a librarian.
Different
There.
game.
I'm still walking around with arms like this.
Yeah.
What's this? Let's see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're good guys.
we're good guys. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't have sleeves. He doesn't wear them.
No,
Right, you have
no,
some
it's just a waste. If you've got sleeves, then it's a waste. of
creepy
sleeves.
arms.
Right. Why'd you get the tattoo if you're gonna have the sleeves?
Right.
It's a tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the Farron disguises himself. Is Wigbit going to disguise himself? or
Yeah,
is he-
yeah, no, he will.
Are you turning back into the baker?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the last thing I remember.
I mean, I feel like the baker is gonna be super recognizable from anybody who managed to get out of there from Vilayas' realm.
All right, maybe
Oh,
I'll turn
true.
They're
it.
gonna be like, holy,
There's this
baker here is
baker.
gonna kill everybody.
There's the baker. He killed me with a. He killed my friend with a butter knife.
A bag of flour.
Oh, that's right. It was a sack of. That's right. It was a sack of flour. That's
It's
right.
like the most embarrassing way to get slaughtered.
And the sack never ripped open. It just kept
Mm-mm.
hitting.
Nope.
It's that flour with the extra gluten in it. It really holds together.
He'll be like the same baker but with a mustache or something.
Mustache is the disguise.
It's the disguise the disguise.
Nice.
Love it.
Are Rowan and Grim going as himself? I know Grim is.
Yeah.
Is Rowan going as himself? Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any way to disguise myself, so. Nor
You
would
can put
I.
back on your. You can put back on your brown pants.
No, I burned them.
And it took us forever to get that mini change. We're not
Yeah,
doing
I'm not switching back.
it.
Also, like, I
Alright,
don't
so,
care if people know who I am. I want them to know who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fits. Yeah. So Efilas like pulls out his chalks and things, and he says, "All right, I'm gonna etch this out. It'll take me about a minute to do it, and then when I'm done, we have essentially 6 seconds, and then the spell ends. So we got to move through quickly as soon as it's there."
We all run at the same time and bounce off each other and miss the portal.
Portal vanishes.
Yeah. Oh man, can you do that again?
Cast it
Yeah, I
again.
do it. All right, so he chalks out the line. Oh, sorry guys, I used all my spell slots today. We'll have to do it again tomorrow.
All right.
We'll practice this for
Oh,
3
man.
days to get it right. Yeah. So he chalks it out. Takes him about a minute. Puts the runes in the right place, essentially. And he looks at all you and says, "Are you ready?"
Who's
Yes.
gonna take the statue? He looks around at
Oh,
Farron, Wigbit, and Rowan.
Evelyn says, "I'll bring it."
Oh, you are coming.
I thought that's what we had agreed upon.
Yeah, man.
I forgot, I guess. Sorry.
Helma too, right?
No, everybody's coming.
That's
Yep.
all.
That's right. Never mind. He doesn't say that.
Yeah, we got what, seven of us?
Yeah. Party 7.
Malin? Party 7. That's
Yep.
good.
How's Milan doing?
So after he woke up and he was very discombobulated, he's still very quiet. Good way to put it. And it's really only
He was
been
always quiet.
30 minutes, so it's not really been a long time. But if Alma goes and says, "Hey, we're leaving," he'll come down and he's and he's always been quiet, that is true. But he's definitely he's much more guarded. Well, that's not much more guarded. He is guarded. And he's kind of looking at everyone. And he didn't say anything. And Oma hasn't really said much. Like looking at Efilas, like, okay. All right. So he casts a spell, it opens. They're like a first person through. It's the
I'll hop
temple
through.
and
Probably Wig. Yeah, I was gonna say probably Wigbit, right?
the baker
Yeah,
with the
right.
mustache goes
I mean, he's our
first.
leader.
Yeah.
Swing the sack
Alright.
over my shoulder and
A baker steps
he
through a
goes. Yep.
teleportation
walk in like I own the place.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Wow. World's best
assume-
baker right there.
I
Right,
assume
right.
Rowan is next.
Yeah, I'll be right on Wigbit's heels.
Grim will go third.
All right, I'll go after that.
And then all the NPCs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. And so y'all step through and you step to the other side, and as you 4 of you step through, you're clearly in a temple of some kind. I found a pretty cool one, but I feel like it was somebody's artwork, and I didn't want to steal it. So, and I didn't know how to. It was too much work to figure out the credit and all that stuff. But anyway, it's a cool looking temple, is what we're getting at. It's clear, yeah. Plus, I was running short on time. And so you step through, and you're like, okay, I'm in a temple of Mistra, and you turn around, and then the portal closes, and the other 3 do not step through.
Oh, see, I knew it. I knew he was gonna do it.
And then 6 seconds later, Wigbit, you hear in your head, "I apologize, my friend, but this is your path. I'll keep it safe here until you're ready to carry out the Guardian's bargain. Be well."
He says he's not coming.
Not at all.
No, he says this is our path and he'll keep it safe.
And there's like a couple of like temple guards that are in here, and they're like looking at you like.
That tricky bastard.
Hmm.
You think the others were on it?
They must have been.
Can we help you here?
Oh,
Temple of Mistral?
we'll be no, we'll be on our way. Sorry. Thank you.
Please do.
Start walking. What
Yeah,
looks like
he's
the
got
way
his
out.
hand out, like-
Yeah. Oh yeah.
he's
We'll
got
go
his
that way.
hand out, like
Yeah.
follow that way. Walk through that archway. right
Sure.
there.
Yeah. We'll do that.
That kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah, you can walk and talk. Yeah.
We didn't trust us to keep it safe, huh?
Just keeping it safe and there's bringing it into the center of enemy territory, I guess.
Doesn't trust us enough to honest with us?
So he did say he was
That's
coming.
troubling.
Well, might be right that it's safer with him.
Is it?
There's better ways to communicate that.
Right.
It was called the last episode.
Oh, did
You don't
we
know what I'm
already?
talking about. Go back and watch last episode where Efilas Dallas is
Oh, he did. He just.
Yeah.
But he is supposed to go along with it anyway.
Yeah, he's gone along with all of our plans so far.
And how's that worked out for him?
Fine, he's still alive.
He is alive.
That's
He's
the
got a
bar.
lot more experience than he would have had otherwise. So much more experience.
I mean, when you're level 20, does experience matter?
It always matters.
Well, there's nothing we could do about it. Might as well go ahead and get this over with.
I mean, we are here now.
See what
So how do we
information
go
we
about
can find.
finding this guy?
No, we find the shadiest part of town. Start asking questions. And either we get the direction or we start asking too many questions and he finds us.
Maybe we should look like him.
Probably more.
As long as we don't ask too many questions and make him run.
Hmm.
You have to be careful. But I think that's the idea.
So what is the worst part of town?
Don't know. Have to ask around.
What is the South Ward?
Excuse me? That was the South Ward was not the worst part
What are you
of
trying to
Emelis.
imply, sir?
I took care of the South Ward.
There was a lot to take care of, is
There
what
was.
I was implying. There's the old Rowan. Provocation.
He's
Just
in,
need
he's
to-
in there.
Insult the South Ward and you get old Rowan back.
Apparently.
Southward did it. There you go. But yeah, I mean, you make your way through the temple and eventually find the way out, unless you want to stop and talk to somebody. But I mean, but the city itself, just as you step out and get a look at it, I mean, it's a bustling city. You get the feel that it's not quite as big as Emelis, but it's packed. I mean, there's a lot of people here, and I mean, they're going about their daily business. They're not, last time you were in the city, people were hiding, and this city is not. They're bustling about. Markets are open, squares are open, shops are open. People moving to and fro. So I mean, it's it's a city. The city at I don't know, mid-morning, I guess we'll say it is about this point. By the time we got up and got moving, had breakfast and all that stuff. So yeah, mid-morning city. Sun is out. It's a nice day.
Now I know this will come over the course of the day, but Grem will be keeping an eye out for the diversity in the city
Mhm.
of the different people. Because obviously, like Emelis was relatively diverse.
Yeah.
And so seeing if that's similar here, if it is not, if it is more primarily humans or whatever it might be.
And it's easy to tell. It doesn't take you long. It's just as diverse as Emelis is. I mean,
That's not good.
there are all types of people here, and it's not like all dwarves look this way and all elves look this way. No,
Right. No, I was just
you
more
know.
hoping you'd be like, yeah, it's all humans. There's only one half-orc. Now you're the second
Yeah,
one.
there he is. He's walking
Like,
down the
oh,
street
perfect.
right there.
You're
Yeah.
like, have you seen a not me,
Tonight
but a
was-
different half-orc?
I just wanted to have a street fight in Sadgernis tonight. All I wanted.
All right, we,
We can make that happen.
we got it. We can do
Bring
that.
up the
We can make
screen.
that happen.
Where's our fight happening?
Where's that fight? The street fight screen. Come on, sit down. But no, I mean it's yeah. I mean you're just you're standing on the steps of the temple, just looking around, and it's people in every direction, as far as you can see. Buildings similar to Emelis, as far as like there are some tall apartment type buildings that are you see some in this part of the city you do see some larger houses, but you also see some normal size, regular size houses. You don't get the impression you're in like the super well off part of the city, if that part of the city actually exists. But there's probably certainly some wealthy people that live nearby. Yeah, that's what you see. And you can see there's a walled citadel castle right there in the I mean you can see it. It's across the street over some buildings. You can see it from where you are.
That's obviously where we should go.
I mean,
Well, then we would then everybody would be an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
but if we kill everyone and everyone's an enemy, then eventually we'd get him,
Exactly.
And we
He's-
would have no enemies left in the city.
He's probably in
and
there.
that would be great.
3 more episodes of killing
Yeah.
guards. Here
He's-
we go,
He's,
everyone.
he's probably in there reporting on how everything went in Emelis.
And in our defense, we would do it a lot more efficiently.
Only
you're
takes
higher
2
level.
episodes.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you just kept an eye on the door. Like, decent chance at some point.
When he's in there,
I mean,
assuming we'd notice. He doesn't have another way.
And if that's who he's reporting to.
Woodbit's right though. It may be better if we remain in a stationary point that he would likely pass by, rather than wandering around the city and hoping that our paths cross.
I mean, you guys want to go ask? I could keep watch on the door. Or maybe a couple of us could, but I don't like going in talking to people. You can do that without me. Probably
Go
better.
talk to people.
Think-
Go find out who might know something about this assassin.
What Farron said about finding where people look like they may be struggling a little more. You may find more information on him, at least
I'm
we
not
might
even
find-
sure he's.
someone of that type.
I'm not sure he's originally from here. I
May not be.
feel like he's just I don't know. He and the Rakshasa might be
The
Tired.
Rakshasa
taking
is,
control here, but not from here.
The Rakshasa is of Franz or Blue.
Right.
He was probably a Hollow Raja.
I don't know.
It's a corrupted Rakshasa sent to the will of Lord Franz.
No. They'd be in the Citadel. I think. Probably.
Sorry,
Probably.
your reactions are just perfect.
Probably just being the king right now.
you want to watch, I'm happy to go find out where we might get some information.
What if they did? What if Wigbit's right and they did overthrow the city quietly, and the ruse worked here where it failed in Emelis?
Well,
We tried to find that out too.
that
What
would,
else has changed around here or anything?
Yeah, ask about the war too, and just why.
yes, and if that's the case, then things would have changed here. Well,
Dramatically,
it was,
catastrophically.
and
Look for a moment of catastrophic change.
he would have been missing while he was in Emelis.
So
Well, we know. I mean, we know he is or was here somewhere. We don't know why yet. If we can figure out why, then we might be able to figure out where to find him. Is he working for someone in the Citadel? Is he working for someone else? I imagine that he didn't come to Emelis on his own. Otherwise, it was a very strange time to show up.
He also got back here very quickly. Probably did not leave on his own. Because wasn't it like yesterday?
Yesterday.
Okay. 2 days ago that we fought him?
No, it was
I mean,
yesterday. It was
yesterday.
yesterday. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah,
Right, and he's
Yeah.
here.
he's got to have traveled here magically.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's likely he had.
So Graham was gonna talk. Anybody gonna? How we splitting this up?
Nobody should be alone. We could do two and two, or all four of us together. I could go with Rowan. We
But you
both
can help
spent time
me
in the South Ward.
talk to people. People like you.
Uh, I can go. I don't think I should talk so much.
I will talk. You look
Alright.
like you. Well, I guess like
I'll-
the faker.
I'll look different.
Okay.
Take my hat off and
If you two want to find out what has happened in the city, I will. Wigbit will go ahead and see if we can find information on the half-orc or on the orc. There are no half.
Right.
okay.
Where and when we meet back up? How
I'm
long,
looking at
how long do you
the
need, Grim?
Efilas's map before we left. There was it looked like a big courtyard across from the.
Right in the center of the city. That one.
Yes. Want to meet there about an hour before sundown. Give us good time to talk.
So pick the day.
Yes.
All right, there's our plan.
All right.
Taking a day.
What?
I know.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Rest.
Cruise
We're gonna go
and,
get
like shop. We'll
lunch.
probably shop.
mani
That's
petties.
right.
Yeah.
Manny Petties.
Oh man.
Yeah, we just made a
Oh, yeah,
roll.
does-
We've got 7
These-
days. We're
Does anybody
fine.
need some of this?
Slow.
Never.
Right.
Anybody need some of this platinum before we split up? Got a whole lot of it.
Oh, Josh, can I have a
fun.
couple, or Rowan, can I have
Yeah.
a couple of the shiny ones?
Oh, of course.
I have no coin.
I have 1,500 platinum. I tossed out all the other coins, and I just kept that. So that's what I have.
That is a lot.
Yeah,
He was
so
gonna
if any...
give it all to the South
I
Ward,
was...
and
Then it would have become
Yeah.
richer than the North Ward.
Yep.
yeah.
So yeah, if anybody needs
Inflation
some...
would have been rough.
Yeah. Yeah, if anybody needs some spending money.
Platinum becomes the base currency for the Southward.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, Wigbit, you want what, a couple?
Oh, just just enough for if I find anything interesting.
I don't know how much it costs.
So it starts handing out allowances on the steps.
Yeah, like... I mean,
Platinum.
I just like pull out like handfuls of platinum. Like, who want?
Yeah, I'll just take one of those.
Okay.
Grim
How
will
much-
take a handful of platinum,
how many
however much
coins
that
are
ends
in
up
a-
being.
How many coins are in a handful? How big
Oh,
are
it's like a
these things?
D&D drug dealer.
Well, like,
It's like
What?
he's like rolling out the
Yeah,
the
how big are
bills.
these?
Hey,
how big are
The
these
Pharaoh will
coins?
take 10.
here's your
Oh, I
100.
don't-
Here's
I
your
don't
100.
even know what he needs that much for.
All right, so Graham and Wigbit like 20,
Yeah,
20
coins
each?
aren't that.
and
All right.
10 for
Grim
Farron.
will take 20.
10.
All right. Oh, now I only have 1,450 platinum.
Man, we're draining you dry.
The money. How big are these things? They are.
Standard coin sized. They're just
Yeah.
different
Yeah, they're
material.
like $half size, dollar coin. Picture them kind of like maybe like dollar size coins.
Yeah, like a Sacagawea.
Yeah, they got to be like kind of big, right?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
they're
I
not like
feel
a,
like
they're not like a
the-
penny.
A standard coin weighs about a third of an ounce, so 50 coins weighs a pound.
Okay.
So that, I don't know if that helps or not.
I gave
But
you guys like almost a half pound of coins each, like you two guys. Okay,
well, there we go. All right.
got some money. All right. Now make sure you don't buy only sweets with it. Okay?
Sweet.
Don't spend it all in one place. Or you're gonna really make somebody's day if you
Yeah.
spend it all in one place.
Yeah.
Keep the
I would like to
receipts.
buy your shop,
Keep
please.
all the receipts.
Keep all the receipts. That's right.
We gotta itemize this one.
Let me know if Soup and I pass a candy shop.
I mean,
Don't you need
That's
some?
all
there's a good chance. There's a good chance you'll pass a shop with delicacies. So,
You're probably aren't you looking for like the kitchen store,
Mayhaps.
like kitchen goods?
yeah. So I mean, like, in that vein, if there is something like standard that you would buy, if you're taking the day, you'll find it. I mean, you're
Cool.
in a
I
city,
wanna buy
So, I mean,
We'll
if there's,
come
like,
across it.
you'll find, if it's armor, like standard armor or standard, weapons, or or if it's just, items, cooking utensils, whatever it is, you'll run across a shop and market somewhere. They'll, I mean, get it. I mean, for the price that's listed. I mean, some people would probably have you try to pay more, and then, so I mean, it's not like something that, if you're looking for something like that, you're gonna find it in the city throughout the day. So if you want to take a minute, and, actually, I would say, like, while I deal with two of you, the other two look at stuff you want to buy, and then we can switch off from that, and that way we can, keep the narrative moving here.
Okay.
So
Is
it's
there an
Go ahead.
equipment pack store?
an equipment pack store.
I used to have
Like,
one of those, and it's long gone. But if I could
like, you just
buy,
walk in. You just
Yeah.
walk in, and there's like the equipment pack on the
Yeah.
on the table, and you just pick
Right.
that up. And
yeah,
pop
Yeah.
the coin
there's
in.
like
Like a new adventurer store.
there's the burglar section, the diplomat section,
Yeah.
the dungeoneer
Oh, yeah.
section.
Yeah, I
Okay.
really need like a scholar's kit. I used to have one and then it got disintegrated.
Yeah, I don't
Also,
know.
all my notes back? Can I buy all my notes back?
That not real common.
Man, I'm gonna buy all sorts of stuff. It's great. I'm gonna make a list.
But it's Grim and
Level
Wigbit.
11 adventurers go to a city and to get their starter equipment back.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So I'll go Grim and Wigbit first.
Um, before we even leave, Grim will go up to one of the guards.
Like a temple guard or like just like
Yeah,
somebody?
just a temple guard. I assume they're
Okay.
the nearest and the most bored because
Yeah.
they're just standing there.
Yeah.
I am hunting an assassin, and I'm looking for where I can go to get some information. Perhaps track him down in the city. And Gren folds his arms in front of him like the tattoos.
He kind of takes him in. Lee? People up. And he's kind of like sizing you up for a moment. He's like, people of your profession would usually either be found in Ilvis Lane, which is outside the city, or there's a smaller population of, well, so I hear, up in Sunford, which is, so essentially pointing in two different directions. So I don't know what kind of assassin you are looking for, but
Deadly one. Orc. Poisons and black smoke.
oh. Then I would suggest Ilvis Lane then, outside the city.
Very good. Thank you.
Yes. There's possibly a tavern that way that you'd want to check out. Well, when it opens, it's probably not open right now. Most of its clientele don't do much in the morning.
What is the name of this tavern? The
I lost
tavern.
my page. Hang on. I had a cool name for it, and I lost it. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of it. The Howling Wolf.
Good name.
But it'll be a few hours before it opens.
I can keep myself busy.
All right. Well,
And
good luck to you in your hunting.
thank you. Grim will take out a silver and hand it to the man.
Thank you.
Mm.
Half a week's pay right there.
Yeah. Well, hey, I just got a lot of weeks' pay. So
Right.
we hand out silver for tips all day.
Right. Okay.
Big bit. Do you want to go check out this Ilvis Lane?
Yeah.
You can find some bad people.
Good.
Huh. So we will head southeast.
Okay. And you know, if you stop and shop and things like that, you can take care of whatever you get it when you get it. But at some point you do, you pass, the gates are open. Again, it's not like Emelis. Gates are open, traffic's flowing in and out. But at some point you pass through the gates and you enter Ilvis Lane. And there is a noticeable difference between the buildings here and the buildings inside. I mean, this is definitely more of the lower income part of Sadgernis, you're not sure if the wall went up before or after this neighborhood, started to develop. But yeah, that's what you can tell about Emelis Lane as you're walking down here. Yeah, and I mean, and you piddle about for a while. You don't really see like anything throughout the morning that's like stands out. You don't see a half-orc walking through the streets. That's it's him. I mean, you see a bunch of different people. Farmers and merchants and people going about their way. You see some, maybe some less upstanding characters like moving about. And again, like I said, it's a diverse city. Are you gonna go to the Howling Wolf, or are you gonna like do anything else? I mean, eventually you find out where the Howling Wolf is located.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be first is just, hey, where is this place? Oh, we found it. But as we go, Grim will keep an eye on those that are keeping an eye on us. More to try to get a sense of, are they just sizing us up for either a pickpocket or a robbery, or are these more people who would control these streets? If there is a gang in this area, and so is more, sizing us up for, do they belong here?
Well, make a well, really
Per
more of an
insight roll?
Yeah, per insight roll.
I can just roll both. You can tell me which one you want.
I guess it's more of an insight check than it is a perception.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Wigbit's looking for like free samples. Is there anybody like try this?
Maybe as we pass through the city, I don't know about
Yeah,
you.
all
But
right,
if
all
it's
right,
here,
maybe not.
I think the free samples you would get are meant to get you hooked.
First one's free.
Yeah, man.
So you get the impression that there's not necessarily like a gang roaming, like they control these streets. But you definitely see, just as you're kind of like just scoping out, there are people that are looking at you. Now, some of that is that even in a diverse city, you two do stand out. If nothing else, the tattoos on your arms, and I mean, some
And the
people just look at them
shadow
because
crossbow.
it might be like me, where I just like to look at people's tattoos. So sometimes I stare at people's tattoos, and I'm like, I'm sorry, your tattoo is cool, that kind of thing. So,
Right.
but then yeah, and so like, and then of course Wigbit.
So I switched. Yeah, I didn't. I'm somebody else. I
thought you switched back. Oh, you didn't switch back to yourself?
No, I was gonna switch back to somebody else.
Oh, who did you switch to?
Oh, the first dude I saw.
As we were leaving.
Like just somebody you saw on the street?
Yeah.
You just became them?
Yeah.
Yep.
Walk the other way.
Oh, okay. So some nondescript merchant guy.
I mean,
okay.
Somebody looks, tough enough to walk into a,
Okay.
bar or whatever, but not threatening or anything.
Yeah, so I guess most people would probably be looking at Grim as opposed to, Wigbit the merchant. Yeah. But yeah, you don't see anything like this, like covertly, this, or even covertly. That's bad. I mean, and again, it's middle of the day, and generally people that operate in those kind of things are probably doing it in the night, or they're doing it behind closed doors.
Right.
So, yeah. But otherwise, it's people just moving in and out of the city.
Okay. We'll try and find someone who now, not necessarily seeing anybody quite sizing us up. Try and find somebody who, it seems like they're going about their day. They're, not just walking by, but wherever they might be living, working, whatever they're doing here, to try and chat with.
Well, I mean, what kind of person are you looking for?
somebody who's just kind of milling about an area wherever it might be. So I mean, we'll travel around a little bit. Somebody who's not
Okay.
necessarily trying to get somewhere. Like we're not trying to stop somebody.
Right.
But busying themselves with whatever they might be busying themselves with.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's easy to find. Like I said, I mean, because there's people that live here, and they're
Right.
they're living here, and then there's shops down here still and things like that. I mean,
Okay. Then yeah,
yeah. It's
go to
not. It's
go to a
not.
shop.
Like, yeah.
I don't know how
I mean,
slummy it was.
No, it's not. Yeah, and it's not slummy.
Okay.
Just
The South
Yeah,
Ward.
you haven't actually. Well, and that's the thing. Like so far, you haven't really seen an area of the city that looks like the South Ward. Generally, is a lower income area, but it's not slums. But there was like a very small little neighborhood down way on the south wall that was pretty close to slummy. I mean, you
Yeah.
haven't really seen that yet. You haven't
Okay.
really noticed that anywhere around here.
Okay.
So yeah.
Then we would go to a shop.
Okay.
Like a general store.
Okay.
Talk with the shop owner.
Cooking utensils. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the cooking utensil stores.
I'm not there yet.
Okay,
Oh, there you
that's
go.
tomorrow.
Okay.
I
That's
have to
tomorrow.
try a few more things. Yeah, this is gonna role play a little bit here.
All right.
And Graham will pick out something like a pouch or something simple.
Okay.
As he's buying it, we are new to this.
Well,
What is it like around here?
And
Perfect. And you're barely breaking bank.
I have a cart.
He's standing in the middle of the square. He's
Yeah.
just got a pile around him.
What do you got in there?
Like, what were we here for?
I got an abacus, a
And he just
a
goes
bucket, a
to-
candle.
Evans Lane and just starts handing stuff out. Like, you seem like you need this.
Right.
You seem like you need this.
Rolling the vanishing. Oh, right.
You got a boat?
Yeah, I have a whatever is in there. Is there? I don't know. I got a lot of stuff. I got some robes. Anybody need robes?
What kind of ropes do you have?
I don't know, just robes.
Robes.
Yeah, I have a scale. I have some sealing wax. I have a shovel, some soap. I don't know. Fishing tackle. Anybody want like fishing?
Soap. That's bad
Crowbar?
for you.
I'm sorry, Grim. What did you say when you sorry.
Graham had asked what it's like around here. Well, we are new and they're just curious what this town, this city is like.
I mean, Sadgernis is a great place.
Hmm.
Where are you from?
I am from near the Faranol Mountains.
Oh, you're a far traveler.
Yes. I've traveled very far.
Or Wigbit, are you with them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're gonna
kind of stand back a little bit.
looks over at the, kind of probably
Person.
middle class merchant guy. You're also from the Faranol Mountains?
Get Graham and. Mm-hmm. Yep.
He is traveling with me.
Ah. Oh yes. Well, you won't find a better pouch anywhere in the city. Not
Okay.
convincing. Not
No.
convincing at all. Not at least.
Business has been good to you.
I mean, what more could a man want?
Oh,
Right.
um,
Business is excellent.
Oh, good. Yeah,
So-
we heard though that the city is at war.
Yeah, we hear that too. But I hear we won.
Oh, good. This then is a good city.
It is. It is. I hear our troops haven't returned yet, but
Oh.
I'm sure they'll. I mean, I don't know how these. I'm not a man of war. I don't know how these
Oh yeah, of course, of course. Yeah. Why did we go to war?
Oh, way I hear it, those yeah, say it right. Those Agranians, they crossed our border and attacked one of our villages.
Oh,
Bloody Agranians.
bastards. Hmm. Yeah. When was this?
Ah, it's been a while. A couple months. A couple months
Oh,
ago.
hmm.
That's how it
Interesting.
worked. At least
I,
that's how word traveled down here. I mean, it's probably a little before that, but you know how long it takes
yeah.
sometimes.
And your leader just now decided to attack.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, didn't they just go and attack and win?
Oh, well, you know, I guess they were trying to smooth it over without having to, go kill more people.
Hmm. Guess that's fair.
Diplomacy, I guess.
Hmm.
I don't think it worked.
No, not it does not sound like it worked out well for them.
No, not at all.
Very good.
I heard some boys over at the Wolf the other night. They were talking about it. It was,
What? What were they saying?
oh, I'm sorry. You probably the Wolf. It's the Howling Wolf. It's right down the street.
Oh, I will have to check this place out.
Yeah, yeah. You look like you can handle yourself. They were. I mean, they were just saying we're gonna take it to those Koreans and I mean, I just I drank with them because they were buying drinks.
Right? Drinks.
Yeah, right.
Very good. When does this wolf open?
No, it usually opens after lunch.
Oh,
They don't do a real good lunch, so yeah. Thought it was easier, you know, drink.
what else do you need?
I agree.
Very good. Well, thank you for the pouch.
Oh, yes, of course.
Pay for it and leave.
Yeah. And as you're paying for it, he's looking at the merchant with you. Is Wigman just standing there, or is he like?
It's kind of like looking around a little bit.
You're as you're paying, it's like your friend doesn't say a lot,
I'm just kind of being the muscle, but not looking the muscle.
huh?
But in my mind, you
Right.
I'm just here in case something goes down.
Grem will lean in and whisper to the merchant. A bit touched.
Oh,
Don't.
like the that thing that affects them. Call it the vanishing touch.
I am watching for him.
Poor
Is there a
soul.
lot of that here? Many people have the vanishing here.
Oh, there's been quite a number. I mean, old Sally lost 2 of her children within a fortnight. Poor gal.
That is bad.
Yeah, I hear within the walls there's a lot more of that going on.
Seems like it is everywhere.
Is he going on in Farinal? I mean, is that where he was?
But it is happening there as well.
Oh man,
Happening everywhere I have traveled.
terrible.
But what can we do?
Drink.
Exactly. Well, I will see you at the wolf.
Oh, right, yeah. See you later.
Then gently take Wigbit by the arm and lead him out, like he's some type of invalid.
What were you whispering about at the end there?
I did not want him to get too suspicious of you, so I told him that you were vanished.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's
I
not
mean,
untrue.
You look,
Huh?
you look strange for where we are.
Oh, shoot. Should I be someone else?
I mean, it could just be you.
All right.
What is the worst that could happen?
I don't know. Someone recognizes me.
Great.
All right.
That could lead to answers too.
I'll take the hat off and bear the frog feet.
And now people are starting
then-
to look at Wigbit as well, not just Grimm's tattoos.
And let's go get pedicures.
That's right. Now we're gonna go get mani-pedis until the
Mani-pedi.
wolf opens.
The wolf opens. All right,
Right.
we'll cut away to the others, and we'll come
Yeah.
back to you in a minute. All right. So what are the Farron and Rowan done? Besides buying everything in the PHP adventure.
Yeah, one of everything. I don't think I can carry that much.
Probably not.
No.
I know that I can't.
I mean,
You
that
can put it
barrel,
in the boat.
that barrel alone is 70 pounds. I lug this barrel around everywhere? Come
Gotta
on.
be creative. You gotta put the barrel in the boat or
Yeah.
roll the barrel boat on top of it.
But you get a wheelbarrow also, and then you can put everything in the wheelbarrow.
Yeah. I do need. How much?
Yeah.
I just need a
You get a
cart.
horse?
I need a
Did
cart.
you get a horse?
Yeah, I need a horse and cart. Where is that?
As soon as you have to buy something so that you can more easily carry around the things that you have, then you
Yeah.
have too many things.
Yeah. Maybe.
Is that a statement on D&D or life, Mike?
Oh, no, this is. Look. A draft horse and cart is only 65 gold.
Oh yeah.
That's like
easy.
nothing.
You could buy a carriage.
Could buy a
Or a-
carriage.
Yeah, or a cart with a wagon. and Just
Buy a carriage and like a
Right.
team
Oh,
of horses.
easily.
Man, we're gonna be traveling in comfort. Yeah, I could buy us. We could buy a boat. Could definitely afford a boat.
I mean, there is a river that cuts right through the city.
Yeah. Let's see. What kind of boat can we get?
There are ships and boats that
We
move
can
up
get a
and down
long
the-
ship. We can get a sailing ship. We cannot afford a warship or a galley.
We could buy a longboat, and then
Yeah.
we could attack them from our longboat.
Are we just gonna be Vikings?
Yeah, I think that'd be great. Johnny, we're
There you go.
changing the game.
Yeah, we're
gonna
the
be
original
until we
Vikings.
hire the vanishing.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah. Y'all go buy a long ship. Y'all get in it, and then y'all get right back out of it and start cutting people up.
Yeah. We sail up to another part of the city and then jump
Yeah.
off
and then just
and
jump
start
off
killing
the boat.
people.
The price tag is still hanging off the boat. It's like, jump off. Oh, this on 4th Street. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So what are we doing? We bought all the things.
Yeah, we bought some things. I didn't buy all the things. I bought a few things.
I bought a
Well,
lot of things.
Oh yeah. I bought an
Yeah.
explorer's pack.
So I was a little bit confused about healer's kit versus herbalism kit.
Well, right. It's probably the same thing for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got the herbalism kit is so that you can find the herbs to use with the healer's kit.
Yeah. I guess. And the healer's kit like lets you stabilize somebody.
And I have the what was it that Drew was doing in your campaign? Where he could heal somebody once a day?
That's the healer feat,
Oh,
but it turns
Yeah, I'm
those
not
into
getting that.
actual healing.
no.
Oh, that's cool. Little patch, little salve.
I mean, one day maybe. I can get page in my book and write your names into it, and then I can just heal you with necrotic energy.
Well,
Right.
think about it.
It's a warlock healing.
We'll think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
So after we shop,
after we're done
Right.
shopping,
Yeah.
We don't want to all serve Lord Front.
no.
Not yet.
We have trust issues.
Right. We were going to go. I mean, probably we just start in like a tavern or inn or something like that, because we're just trying to talk to like the populace and
yeah.
find out the gossip, the rumors, like what's been going on in town, what's been happening the past, I don't know, week. Or is there any other weirds, like other big events in recent memory that were big for the town, stuff like that.
And so where are you going to do this?
Probably somewhere that looks a little more, we're not gonna like hang around with the rich folks, because I mean they're out of touch with reality, so somewhere a little more like, if we could find kind of like a working class, like laborer type of tavern, I think that's probably a good place to start.
Cool. Yeah.
And then if this doesn't pan out fair, and we can find a library.
Okay.
I only had one name created. I got to roll another one. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh, that's fun. The Silver Spirit.
Oh. Sounds good. Aaron's casting some spells as we go.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I was trying to enter a cantrip.
Isn't it fun trying to enter them, and they always just end up going in the chat?
Yeah. This time, you got no information about what I was about to type in.
Nope. Sure, it's fine. Yeah, so we go in the Silver Spirit.
Yeah.
Order some drinks.
Yeah.
Start trying to chat up some people at the bar here.
Yeah, when you get there, it's not super crowded because it's still kind of that like morning time hour where most people are working, especially in this. I mean, but and you don't really like get a whole lot from the couple people that are in here. Either eating a late breakfast or brunch or whatever. But you hang for a little while and do a little like just watching out a window as people pass by, and then eventually the early lunch crowd starts to come in, and they're like you said, they're the working class, the laborers, and they get some lunch and have a seat, and it doesn't really even take much just to get them talking,
And round of drinks on me.
Oh, then yeah, like you've made a bunch of friends.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, some of them were like, "No, I don't know if I should. I got to go back to work." And then like his friend puts the drink that you just ordered for them down in front of him. He's like, "All right, but just one.
Yep.
I got to get back to work."
I know. Yeah. We don't want to spoil the rest of your day, but
yeah. And so they like, when you say that, you do it. They're like, "Who do we owe this drink to?"
what? Let me tell you.
Oh. I had it queued up and I didn't cast it.
Oh.
Before we went in there.
Spell.
Fireball.
Say well.
You owe this drink to.
Oh man, I can't get anything to cast right now. I'm working on it. Come on, just cooperate, you stupid machine. No.
There it goes. Excellent.
Yeah.
My squire.
All young humans. Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So yeah, I mean that's they like they want to know who was our patron that bought this round of drinks for us. We'll drink to him.
Name's Rowan.
They all do here's the Rowan, and one of them is like he's drinking and he looks at it, he's like, wait, I don't know you. You don't look familiar.
No, I'm just traveling through. This is actually my first time here in the city.
Oh. It's a great city.
It is. Walked around a little bit so far. Great place. Really great.
Now, where might you be coming from?
Oh, we're from... Think about my geography here for a second. I have a map somewhere. I was looking at it earlier even. Hang on, let me think about it for a second.
You say the southward?
No. We came from... Well, originally, from Garwinia.
Oh,
Yeah, we've been traveling for quite a while.
you have?
Yep.
You're one of them adventuring types.
You could say that.
And then one of the other guys gets kind of like a real serious look to him. Is it bad? And then one of the other guys goes, Jake, you always bring this up when we meet somebody. Let's not talk about that right now. Let's celebrate victories, like our victory over Agcaron. Victory! They all and there's like
Victory over Agcron.
there's like this like 2-3 minutes of like just like here, it's the the patriotic jingle starts coming out, and then it kind of quiets down as they're drinking.
Oh, so you finally made a move on Agcaron.
We just make a move. We whipped them Acarinians into shape.
It's about time they were brought under control.
Exactly. We took it to them. Second carrion, they're calling it already. Pretty awesome. Great to live in a time like this.
Yeah. Oh man, what a time to be here.
What a time to be. And then the guy who spoke before says, well, except for. It's like, Jake, shut up, man. We're celebrating victory. Every time he tries to say it, they just like talk right over him.
Yeah.
Do what?
Poor Jake.
And to the end of the covenant.
That thing hadn't worked forever, man.
But now
Exactly.
it's actually
End
over.
of the covenant. End of the covenant. Nobody knows what that was anyway.
Yeah. So what made your
Plus, they attacked us anyway.
Yeah. Is that what made your king? You have a king here finally decide to do it?
Yeah, King Alernus did it. I mean, they say he tried. He tried to reason with them Acarinians. I wouldn't have, and they just wouldn't listen. So, you know what? Got it coming to them.
Sounds like it.
Got it coming to them.
And they got it. Well, so what?
Jake says, well, they did get it. That's true. But Jake, don't start with that now.
Jake, has it been worse here?
He looks surprised.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Speak up, Jake. We can handle whatever you got to say, right?
He's gonna bring us down though, Rowan. What he does, man, he he's a total drag on the. Why do you even
Look,
come to lunch?
we just
You
look.
just
We'll just let him get it out, and then it'll be done, and we can get back to celebrating. Right? Just get it out, get it over with.
all right. Jay's like, well, I look, then bad. The whole that vanishing thing. That I mean, y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
We've had it.
seen this.
Is it bad in Garwinia?
It is.
Oh man, bad everywhere.
That's part of our reasons for traveling, is to see what it looks like elsewhere.
Oh,
There was a misunderstanding that it was only affecting the place where we were.
It's been
But if it
everywhere.
is here,
well, if you came from Garwinia, though, you passed through other lands.
and it was
Was it-
there also.
Was
Oh,
all the way across.
listen. I'm not saying that the Acronians, they had it coming to us. Here. Ah! And as everybody's still saying here, he goes, but it just, why now do we invade? I mean, things are bad enough. Jake, if you don't stop that, no. I mean, like, another guy's starting to, like, get a little, like, getting, like, upset. You know, Jake, I'm just saying, there's a lot of stuff. Nelly, you remember Nelly? You remember what happened to Nelly? I mean, she went.
Have you
She-
seen the guy that keeps on trying to shush Jake? The Farron fixes his gaze on him, forgetting for a moment that that's not intimidating in this instance. Have you seen someone personally fall from the vanishing?
You talking to Jake?
No, the guy that keeps shushing him.
Oh. He's like, personally? Nah, no. He's like, what about Nelly? You knew Nelly. He's like, what?
All right.
Yeah, but I didn't see what happened. And
Hey, Jake.
this
Look, let's step outside. Let's get some fresh air. Everybody, keep drinking to Vilayas' realm, to King whatever his name was. Was it? To King that guy.
learned it.
King Lernus. Here.
You know, and most of them are like, yeah, but the one guy is like, what? Jake's like,
I'm gonna try to just lead Jake outside for a breath of fresh air.
And I'll keep engaging the guy that shushed Jake in conversation.
oh, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, as soon as you distract him, he just, he's like,
Yeah.
what? And then like you start talking to him, he starts talking to you again, and then Jake's like, okay. Yeah. So he walks out. He's got like his a little lunch meal in his
Yeah.
hand, And the barkeep yells like from the boy, "Hey, don't leave here with that." He's like, "Oh, I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back." Well, steps outside.
Yep.
Like, he steps outside
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, Jake, I hear what you're saying. It's all this stuff going on. It seems like kind of time to put things aside for a little bit, I would think.
Do you know somebody who's died from the vanishing?
Seen it happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about Nellie. I mean, Nellie was one of our coworkers. She was a great person, but then, I mean, I haven't really told them this, but like, yeah, my sister, I mean, I saw it. It was terrible. She jumped off the roof, thinking that the ground was like a pool of water.
Yeah, it's terrible what it does to people. I saw a farmer trying to kill his own family. Didn't even recognize who they were.
That folks is they call back to a very early
It's
episode.
a long time ago.
Oh, a long time ago.
I saw one that I served in the barracks with that fell fast and tried attacking me, and others ended up locking him in a room.
Did you come out with Rowan and the dude too?
Oh, sorry, no, I did not.
Okay.
I'm keeping no.
Okay.
I'm
He just-
keeping the teaching
he
He
guy.
just
he goes
randomly
into
cheering with
like
the shush.
fugue
I
state and
forgot.
just starts. And the guy's like, "Oh, what?"
Rowan walks back in and everybody's in tears. They're just, they're just crying over their drinks. And Farron's just talking. My village. And there's yeah, I just don't know. Seem like this happening, and I mean, even if there was like a skirmish at the border, it's not like it's the first time there's been a skirmish at the border. I don't know. I just thought it was like a little. We're gonna take that time to just plow in, and it just seemed rash. And frankly, our king's not really that kind of a rash person.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if it seemed. I mean, I've heard tales, and it when I, hear that you attacked there. Yeah, it just seemed like I was kind of surprised to hear it. Actually,
I mean, he's he's an older. You probably don't know a lot about him. He's an older. He's old. I mean, for the age we live in, he's an old man. But I mean, and he's been under a lot of stress lately. I mean, there's the whole vanishing, and but I just I mean, I don't know. There's
do you think? I mean, we've seen a few things, not any kings, but we've seen some nobles and lords and things who they were vanished too and started acting really strange, really not like themselves, and were making decisions that their citizens and their people were just surprised to hear it. Has he been treating people differently? Do you know? Has he been, I don't know, acting differently about the way he runs things around here?
well, I mean, I don't know about all that, but I mean, he hasn't. He's one of those, like I said, he's old. He's kind of an old soul. He liked to used to anyway. He liked to actually like come out into the city every once in a while, and I mean, a lot of people, but he would take rides into the city, and it's been months since he's made an appearance in the city that anybody's talked about. I you know, and I always thought that like he would, well, maybe just like I said, maybe he just called up to him. It's just too much for him to do that. I mean, those those nobles got killed, and sorry, those nobles died. And then that was yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just seemed it's just been I can't. He's like pointing back inside. This is just they're right. I don't know why I come to lunch with these guys.
Yeah, it sounds like. Well, I hope he's well. It sounds like things have been tough here too. Said some nobles got killed.
Oh yeah, there was Lady Astarte, Lord Aradus, and Lady Celia. They well they met on I don't know. I mean, they say Lady Astarte died in her sleep. She's not really that much older than we were. Wasn't much older than I am, so. And then he gives some like religious, religious like keep the death away from me sign.
Mhm.
Lord Aradus apparently slipped down some stairs, which I mean, everybody's heard the tale of like the husband who accidentally
Mhm.
falls down the steps, and I mean, for that one,
Right.
And Lady Celia, she was in a carriage accident. Her carriage toppled over into the river, actually. Um, and she didn't make it out.
Well, very
All within
strange.
like a few weeks. I mean, the whole vanishing thing, people dying around here. It's not like it's I guess people die every day, but I don't think that's helped the king's stress, I guess.
Sure it hasn't.
They were they were pretty loyal, so I hear. I mean, we don't hear a lot around here, but from what I hear. Man, I'm running off of the mouth right now. Like I said, I'm just gonna hands the
Yeah.
take this back. I'm just gonna go. I can't
No, I
can't go back.
Yeah, I understand.
But it's been a pleasure, Rowan.
Yeah,
Be safe.
you
Be
take
well
care. Take care.
in your travels.
Thank you.
Down the street and heads off.
I'll take the lunch back in, give it back to the bartender.
What's the Farron doing while this is going on outside? Is he like
he's chatting up the guy that was trying to derail Rowan, but in typical Farron fashion, he's leading him circuitously down a very dark path.
Okay. Oh, what does that mean?
About like the nature of the vanishing and the seriousness of this, and how well the vanishing is happening, then they're cheering on a war that's making their country even weaker. Well, the other lands that we've been walking through were basically saving acorns for the winter that's coming. Then they've been spending all their gold fighting their neighbors. And maybe this is what the covenant was for, and I'd like to make this intimidating.
All right. You want to make a roll? Okay.
It's pretty strong.
Pretty good.
And
So,
it's getting bad.
So Rowan, when you walk back in,
Oh boy.
the place is pretty much gone silent. Everybody, some people are just sitting like, eating their food, like hunched over. Some people have like turned their back on like a lot of their, companions that are in there with them. The guy that he was talking to is just kind of like backed off, and he's like kind of just sort of sipping on his beer at this point. Um, there's some quiet conversation going on in the corner, and they're kind of doing the whole side eye thing at the Farron. Uh, the barkeep, is just watching, just waiting for. I mean, he's like, "Oh, this is interesting," Yeah, so that's kind of what as you walk back in, that's what you see.
Okay. Good. Walk back up to the bar. What's happening?
I mean,
Is everyone?
I think it's time to get back to work. Says one of the other guys. And he stands up. Like, good meal.
The
Good.
friend looks at him and says, "It tastes like victory, doesn't it?"
Yeah, victory. Victory. Yeah. He kind of turns around and a couple other people get up and follow. You know.
Ooh.
Oh.
They didn't seem aware of the vanishing, so I helped remedy that.
They seem aware now.
They may be.
You have to scare them quite so much.
I didn't intend to scare them exactly. I was just explaining. He seemed to think it trivial, but he'd not seen someone fall from it.
And you gave them all the details, I suppose.
I gave them some.
Seems like enough. I had and
You were supposed to be drawing attention, yes?
think you succeeded. I had a good talk with our friend.
Good. Did you learn anything?
I did.
We should probably depart from here so that we can. So I hold up the drink that I had that I hadn't touched, say to Vilayas, and then set it down and
It was
walk
like
out.
one person in the corner goes, "Yeah, boy." Pete, put that drink down. All right. So we'll switch back to Grim and Wigwit because it's post-lunch hour where the wolf should be opening up. Howling Wolf is up.
Yeah, and we'll go have our own tavern adventure.
All right. Yeah.
A
I mean,
seedier tavern.
and if you get there like at normal, like whatever opening hours are, there's not really gonna be anybody near besides the barkeep.
Yeah. No, we'll just sit and drink for a while.
Yeah.
Grim will keep his crossbow out, propped up against the table.
That's good. Okay. Yeah. And the at least the barkeep, you're assuming probably the owner, is like this dwarf. And he's got he's kind of a tall dwarf. He's taller for a dwarf. And he's got like one side of his beard is like essentially it looks like it's been shaved off. And then the other side is like down. And he's got like a tattoo like over his eye, like of some symbol that looks like it's either faded with time or may have been like cut off at some point or something. He's like missing like the top half of his ear. And when y'all come in and just sit and wait, talk, he just kind of, "You're not from around here."
No,
"Good."
that is good. Why is that
Yeah.
good?
More business.
There. Business is slow.
It'll pick up.
Holds up the mug. And I will wait.
Where are you from?
I am from the Fernal Mountains.
Where are you from?
Been a lot of places.
And that's where you've been. I said, "Where you from?"
I don't really remember. I'm wandering since I was a kid. Got any food? What's What's best?
People don't usually come in here to eat lunch.
Oh.
My friend likes lunch. Does not matter if it tastes good.
Ain't coming up then.
Just one. I don't need anything.
I'll go back. Yeah. And eventually a few people start filtering in. And yeah, I mean they don't necessarily scream out like, "Hey, I'm a bad person," but it's definitely like there is a certain part of town that they visit and you're in it. Um, you know, they come in and the barkeep recognizes a good number of them. And doesn't really even ask them what he wants, just sort of like gets it for them. They
Yeah,
some of them cast,
whatever's cheap.
yeah, which is kind of everything. Some of them cast glances at y'all when they come in, but they don't say anything for the most. I mean, they just a couple of them like give you that look of like who are the strange people here, you know. But I mean, otherwise, I mean, they don't mess with you. I mean, especially with the crossbow on the table. They kind of look at you, and then they look at the crossbow, and then they look back. Wigbits himself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like chewing with my mouth open and
Yeah, and they see the
tell Grandma I
assortment,
think I could do better.
assortment of the assortment of weapons on Wigbit, and they're like, okay, and they proceed to not sit at your one of those kind of long tables in here. They proceed not to sit at your long table, and they go sit elsewhere. But I mean,
We'll give.
Yep.
I
Go
was
ahead.
gonna say, we'll give it a little bit of time, just to see who kind of filters in, and after probably an hour, sitting and watching and waiting, one of the times we call over the barkeep owner for a refill. We are looking for the type of people that these people would also be scared of. He kind of motions over to, the people that have been looking askance at us and avoiding us. Seems like you are the type that fears nothing, so maybe you know.
You're looking for trouble.
Yeah. Trouble often finds me and might as well find it first.
Who are you looking for?
I wish I had the name. Is an assassin.
He seems pensive. He's just looking at you like.
And Graham will just stare
He
back
reaches
at
up
him.
reaches up to scratch his beard, and then he reaches up to the other side and actually scratches his beard. It seems like just a unconscious, habit. Assassin.
One that I crossed paths with recently.
Not a very good assassin then.
Not very good. Either that or I am just better, but not better enough to end his miserable life.
You have a description.
He looks a bit like me. About my size, my build. He is also an orc.
Need too many orcs walking around.
That is
And he
good
kinda
to know.
seems like he almost like bites his lip when he says that. I'll see what I can send out for.
Appreciate it. And Grim will flip him a silver as well.
I shall keep my ear to the ground.
They certainly would be happy to reward information that pays off.
I'll walk away.
Yeah.
Silver slips into his belt pouch.
Because if that was like a week's worth for a guard,
It's half a week.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure down here it's pretty nice.
Yeah. Because nothing you've ate or drank in here is worth a silver. So yeah.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, how long are you gonna stay here?
All right, well, we'll probably stick around for another half hour, see if anybody else comes in. Enjoy
Right.
some warm piss. And
Yeah.
eventually head on out. And
Okay.
I'll say to the barkeep before we leave, I will return, well, when I get the chance. In case your ears happen to pick something up.
He nods at you.
We'll head out and eventually make our way over to the meeting location.
Okay. Baron or Rowan doing anything else with their afternoon?
The Farron will have found a bookstore and bought a couple of books.
Okay. Yep.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Easy enough.
Hmm. Yes.
I guess I should roll it.
Yeah. I mean, if it's at all possible. I guess I'll try to, like, if I can ask around, you know, some other folks, like not back in this bar, but somewhere else. Maybe either somewhere like I'm buying something or at the bookstore, and try to find out either where this like carriage accident happened or the noble who was like killed in their sleep, where they lived. I'm assuming that happened in their house, or the other one, the one who fell down the stairs. If I can find out like where one of those things happened, maybe go by there and just like have a little look around.
Yeah, I mean, it's not actually hard to find that out. You know, again, especially as you're walking throughout the city. Because, I mean, as I said, these were nobles. So everybody knows where the nobles live.
Yeah.
They live in the big houses over there.
Right.
So, like, you know, Lady Astarte, the one, you know, died in her sleep. Yeah, they tell you, it's like, there's a manse over in Highbridge. And then, you know, on this street, blah, blah, blah. And then the carriage accident, they say happened, you know, up near, you know, Sunford and Highbridge near the river, of course. Like, you know, sort of up this way somewhere. And Astarte's house is down, you know, down this way. So yeah, I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not real hard to figure that out as you're walking through the city, asking the right people, you know.
Sure, and how about we take a little loop around before we go to the square? Take a look at a couple of these
Fine
places.
idea. We may find something by looking.
So yeah, just kind of think generally sort of go to those places and look for kind of any signs of the things we've been encountering throughout this. Sort of all the things we've seen as markers of activity coming out of the assassin, the Rakshasa, the followers of Shar, and either pick up like some sign of the assassin or some sign of like who he might have been working for, or maybe if somebody else did one of these and it wasn't him.
Right.
Anything odd that we can spot.
So the location of the carriage accident, when you get there, there's nothing. I mean, clearly all the debris and whatever has been cleaned up. And people can tell you, yeah, that's where Lady Celia. That's where Lady Celia went over. It was terrible. The horse just was out of control and pulled the carriage right over the side and crashed down the bank and into the river, and but I mean, and you look and you see, and they're somebody can point it out to you, and I mean, yeah, there's maybe a little area of the bank that's a little looks like it's been disturbed by a carriage tumbling down, and but there's no like, nothing else there at this point.
I wish that I had detect magic. That'd be really useful right now.
Not a bad spell to have.
Have that one either. Could. Don't.
Don't detect.
But I will do. Yeah. I will do a quick one of these though. Just to see if I notice anything around here. Aside from that real evil staff.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very evil.
The staff is not evil. The staff is a staff.
No.
Yeah,
No, it's real. It's real. Super evil.
Yeah, you got a noxious odor again. That same odor you smelled before coming from right beside you. But
I mean, it's either you or the staff.
It is a noxious odor.
Evil.
But otherwise, no.
Strong evil.
You don't detect anything with mind sense.
Okay. Well, that's good. There's no undead lurking around. It's nice to know.
When you swing around to the house, I mean, it's a large estate. Well, not estate. It's a large manse. And there's like a gate, and the gate is closed. And like when you go up to it, you see there's like clearly like a gate attendant who's there. And so he's clearly manning the gate. And does you go up to him, he'll ask you your business.
We seek an audience with the lord or lady of the house. We bring news from Darwinia.
They are not receiving visitors at this time.
I understand. Well, is there a better time to come back?
Not that I know of.
I understand. Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
I'll throw up a quick divine sense here while I'm here, just to see.
Okay. You get a noxious odor to your left, but otherwise.
Man, I got that thing. Gotta get rid of that thing. It's throwing me off, man. All I can smell is that staff.
Farron, can you go wait down by the road for me, please? But no,
The
yeah.
staff isn't evil. All right.
Well, I mean, if the staff isn't evil, then who smells?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the soul of the creature wielding the staff.
No,
I don't know.
he's a good guy.
All I know is there's something evil right about there.
It's just different than you're used to.
No,
It's just different.
I don't sense divine difference. That's not how this works.
Well, it's not divine.
No, it's the opposite. It's very much the opposite of divine.
I mean, just because it was made and wielded by a demon from probably millennia doesn't make the staff evil. It just
don't.
means that the person that made it was evil.
And well,
Demon made it.
then it seeped into the staff because that thing is extremely evil.
Yeah, I've heard that happening with rings, so it makes sense it could happen with a staff.
Yep. I mean, he poured all his power and malice into it. Or whatever. I
Agree to disagree.
okay. I mean, I assure you that it's evil.
The philosophical debate on the nature of evil has broken out.
as we walk to the square.
And thus we arrive at
Yeah.
the square. A few minutes before sundown.
Paladin and a warlock walk into a bar.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
And there you all are.
It's a good day.
Rowan may have learned some things, and I may have drawn attention to us, and so our missions were accomplished.
Very good. Same.
Strange things have been happening here. Some nobles had unfortunate and untimely accidents all within a couple weeks. One's carriage horse went mad and plunged into the river. One had a unfortunate fall down some stairs, and another one died in her sleep. We saw a couple of the places where it happened, but couldn't find any signs of anything obvious. But also a gentleman we talked to at one of the taverns, the Silver Spirit, was surprised that the king, who was kind of a wise old man who used to go out in town and visit his subjects and seemed generally well thought of, had changed his attitude about invading Emelis at such a time as this. So he seemed to think the king here may be acting a little unusual.
Suddenly unusual.
That is as good news as it is bad news.
Our friends may have been here.
They may be here yet.
Yeah. Paid for someone to seek some information. We'll see if that works out for us. Otherwise, the south ward of this place does not know as much as what you gathered. That is no surprise. Their heads are down.
May have to find our way to their king.
Oh,
we might have to go kill a king. We'll
we
see.
just have to go kill another king.
Yeah, he's probably not actually a king.
We haven't
No,
killed
wait.
one then.
Wigbat already killed one. So I mean,
Yeah, we just got to put
Right.
another one on the list.
Yeah.
We could just talk to him.
We tried that.
I have a couple of new ways of communicating with creatures that I'd really like to try out.
Is that what was going on in the bar?
What do you mean?
I mean, I feel that no, that wasn't what was going on in the bar.
It did bring the mood down significantly while I was outside.
They didn't understand what the enemy is.
No. Most of them seemed not to.
They seemed to think that the enemy was a land. And that is not the case here.
Oh, they said that Agcaron's realm had attacked them and
Yeah.
that their king had tried to reason with ours and come to some kind of peaceful cessation of the fighting, but that our king just wouldn't listen. They were forced to go to war.
That was just not our experience.
I don't think that's what happened.
As far as they understand it, it was, but sounds like maybe everyone here has been duped as well.
I do not think it will be as easy to get an audience with the king as it was yesterday.
Is there a way to see someone like true form when they are? Like, Baron, do you have that knowledge or power to?
I don't yet have that power.
Kill a lot of people? Would you have that power?
And he's not talking
You
about
know-
experience. He's just talking about souls.
Yeah,
can
like if
Yeah,
you
go
ate enough
guys.
Well,
souls.
if I don't consume souls. I don't gain power from consuming souls. I don't consume souls.
Are you
You
sure
gain-
about
you
that?
gain
Like, don't
health.
souls literally feed
Heals
into
you.
you as people die?
It heals it.
No, they come around me
Ah,
to protect.
Yeah, they just like to hang around the outside.
yeah. No, they don't go in. That'd be weird.
They're not healing my body. They're just protecting me one last time before they move on.
Maybe it's not the staff.
It's beyond my power to control that. That is power from Lord Franz.
Unless we're going to go see the king tonight. Find some place to sleep.
We should go back to that bar, yes, that you found.
That I found. We can if you want to go drink bad beer or bad ale, whatever it was. Ale. If you want to drink bad ale and sleep poorly.
I mean, if the king here or someone is a Rakshasa, I'll be able to tell.
Or a Hollow Raja.
You can act it.
If I know the look, then yes.
Glad
Tough
the
to
king
get
does
a-
not come out anymore.
Stupid. I have
To
to
an honest audience.
be fairly close.
I mean, I could always try and sneak in, but I do not know how that will help you.
That would also put you on your own, separated from us,
Okay.
unless you're found.
Oh, you mean that? Well, like someone could find me.
Yes.
Oh, probably. They would need eyes like.
If I have eyes like mine, then maybe someone else does also.
Those are the first I've met, so I'm not too.
They can see through darkness.
That can see me in the dark.
You can see me in the darkness.
Yes, but the others cannot see me in the darkness the way you do.
I don't think leaping over the gates of the citadel will work here.
We do not have enough elk.
I think I could make the jump.
I'm sure you could, but then what? We don't have a village to rally to our, or a city to rally to our side. We don't have.
Oh, you mean after the game?
Right.
Oh. Hard. I mean,
But they probably do have a way fewer soldiers here than they had before.
Yeah.
True.
It's
I
probably
mean, they
a
might
lot
still have
less.
a King's Guard, but
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe you two can talk to the nobles tomorrow. Get more information from their type.
Yeah, we visited the house of one noble family, and they were not accepting visitors.
what about asking to see the king and saying that we're from, or one of us or two of us saying we're from Emelis? That isn't that a thing that people do? Like, go talk, try and not fight anymore.
We could.
I
Tried
think
to
that in
claim to
this
be
case, then
emissaries,
we
but-
couldn't come here suing for peace.
I
Or we could just
wouldn't be surprised if we ended up inside the citadel one way or the other.
right.
It's maybe not where we want to be inside the citadel.
I
Well, maybe
agree.
just one of us goes for that. Maybe Rowan, and then the rest of us sneak in. Like, we do the disguise thing, and Graham just does the shadows.
Or if we need someone to get caught, I could do that. I am more likely to be able to get my way out.
If we got Rowan in, we could get him out.
I think that we can move in together. Were the gates of the citadel closed during the day?
Yeah, I mean they're closed. It doesn't necessarily mean that they stay permanently closed. You know, as people come in and out, nobles obviously coming in to visit whoever's there and leaving, they'll open up. But they don't just like keep them open for anybody to come in.
Hmm.
Silence falls.
Yeah. What's the closest hermitage to this location?
Come on, Johnny, you don't have that ready?
Well, would the Farron know, or would you have to ask
Yeah,
around?
the Farron would know if there was a hermitage nearby here.
Just keep track of all your hermitages.
Yeah,
You
for
can
them it's like
travel- you can
cities.
travel
Everyone knows
between
about
them.
it. Right, it's a network.
Not close by.
That's fine. But
Okay.
there's one in this realm
Yeah. I'm sure
somewhere.
there is. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what? I will have that information in 2.
that sounds great because the Farron's going to be an emissary from there.
Okay.
Because they'd be likely to be able to get an audience with the king based on their sort of neutral outlook on things and non-threatening nature.
Gotcha. What are we doing for the evening?
So, do we need to
Fighting
acquire
something.
some hermit outfits?
There's
Grim will
not
get
like a
fake beard.
There's not a uniform, Rowan.
I mean, but if we're all going to go in together under the guise of being from the Hermitage, I don't think this will do the
So,
trick.
we're gonna fool our way to an audience with the king.
We wouldn't be fooling. We'd be telling a truth. If you're from a hermitage, even if it's not the hermitage that you're referring to, you're from a hermitage.
And they get audiences with kings in a relatively timely fashion.
Relatively, if they're not terribly busy, and it doesn't seem as though the stress of Emelis extends to here.
I think we might be better off saying Rowan comes with word from King Celsus. I'd probably get an answer pretty quick.
Good.
It'd get us something.
It would.
Then if the rest of us are around and ready to react, we can see how it goes.
See, mine might result in violence, but yours is definitely resulting in violence.
Not necessarily. I mean, they've been duped. If the king is the king, he needs to know what's going on.
Yeah.
If he's not the king, then yeah, violence. Kind of the goal.
And we'll be saving the people of Vilayas' realm.
Yes. In either case, the people of Vilayas' realm are being misguided.
They are.
They're walking the wrong path with confidence.
Kind of seems like a lot to save an entire city. Again. Thought we were here
Saving
just
the
for.
entire city may draw our enemies to us.
Huh?
But if the subterfuge that's happened here is the work of Rakshasa and the assassinations were the work of our orc friend, then perhaps that is the way to them.
Yes. What can we do tonight to draw attention to ourselves?
Think of quite a few things. That's
I
what kind of
can't
attention
think
you
of
want.
anything.
How much attention? I don't know. Chant in the streets and take on anybody who wants to fight us. Like,
Killable.
I mean,
and,
pretty much yeah.
I mean, Wigbit's at least unkillable.
I mean, look, if the soldiers here are anything like the soldiers in Emelis, like,
Right.
it's gonna be easy. We shouldn't have any trouble.
there's a potential assassin, Rakshasa, half elf. I don't know. Complication.
There is.
Hmm.
I mean, if we are trying to get attention to go to jail, that is easy. Otherwise, getting attention to bring our enemies to us so we can get information may be harder.
I think that going to jail would be needlessly complicated.
No, it's pretty easy.
Getting out, though, perhaps might more trouble than we want.
No, that's easy.
Well, for some of us.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Take your tools away.
I cannot take my tools away.
Good.
Grim will disappear his crossbow, and it'll reappear as a dagger. I have all the tools I need.
Nice.
Then change it back.
Hmm.
I mean, for tonight, maybe we just get a drink.
I think that that's reasonable.
Seek an audience in the morning.
Yes.
I will see what information my person has.
Perhaps.
All right, where's a good place to drink? Because I have had only piss today.
Silver Spirit wasn't so bad.
It was not. But perhaps we go to a different
But
place
I'm sure.
than there.
I'm sure there are other places.
Plenty of places.
City.
It is.
All right.
I'll grab a passerby and. Where's the best place to get a drink around here?
I'll point you down and tell you how great.
Roll that name. Let's see
you just
it.
want me to. You just want me to roll. All right, I can do it. Here we go. Not very. I don't want to do that one. We'll reverse it. Ooh. The prancing jester.
Oh, totally different.
Yep.
It was
All
either
right.
that or the frowning Pegasus.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't even know how Pegasus does
Frowns,
that.
Yeah.
You know, I feel
Prancing
like-
Jester sounds way better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought too. Yeah.
I mean, the prancing
Yeah.
Pegasus would have been great, but
Yeah.
that's wasn't in the cards.
Right. Sorry, didn't roll it.
All right. Thank you, friend. I guess we'll go off to the. Yes,
Prancing
Prancing
Jester.
Jester.
I don't know what the name was. Prancing Jester. The Prancing Jester. All right. So yeah. So we're gonna hang out there and do that. Are we doing anything else tonight?
Drink, eat, sleep.
Okay.
I mean,
Grim, were you going back tonight, or were you gonna go tomorrow? I missed what you said there.
I mean, Grim was going to give it a little more time. I
Okay.
mean, he doesn't assume that like the dwarf is going to
Right.
magically have information after the like. It's been 5 hours. Yeah, I got everything you need.
Right.
So he was going to go back tomorrow.
That's a good plan. Anything else?
Talk about how I could probably do better. The food.
if they would just let me in the kitchen, I could
I'll
show
ask,
them.
I'll ask to watch. I'm thinking ask if I can watch.
Wiggles, because they're an obsession forming here. Is that what's happening?
Oh, just just a curiosity.
Curiosity.
I mean, different kingdom, different cuisine.
Right.
All right. All right. Hang on a second. I'm trying to fix something. If I can fix this. There we go. So about say 10 o'clock. You know, it's it's a good crowd. It's not like a super rowdy crowd. It's just like a good crowd. And throughout the course of the evening, I've heard like some of the same like to Vilayas, yay Vilayas, something as again, and then there's drinking and dancing and things like that. And at one point, Rowan, steps out to answer nature's call.
Yeah.
It has to happen, right?
Yeah.
And as Rowan is, about to come back into the prancing jester, you feel a little tug, like on like your breeches, your pants pocket.
Okay. Turn around real quick.
And there's a little girl there, and when you turn around, she like jumps back. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
And she's got like a little piece of paper in her hand.
What is this?
I don't know. I was given one of these, and she holds up like a copper piece to give it to you.
Okay. Who sent you?
I don't know.
Okay. I'll give her.
He just said take the paper.
Okay, thank you. I'll give her a platinum piece. That's what I got.
She looked at it. You could tell she has no idea what this is. Like,
It's fake money.
Oh,
right. Like she goes from being like this, all of a sudden like, how did he just give me?
oh, that's like 100 of those. Right? Is that right? 1,000 of those? I don't know. Some big number of those. Is that 1,000?
It's 1,000. Yeah.
It's 1,000.
It's
That's
1,000
1,000 of those.
1,000 copper.
Go get
Yes?
yourself. Yes. Get yourself somewhere safe.
Oh, okay. Oh. Thank you.
Thank you.
She'll like scurry away.
I don't know. I was like, poor little kid. I gotta give her some money. Come on.
Platinum piece.
I don't know.
You just, I mean, you paid such a lifetime of money that she would have gotten.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
look,
Somebody's absolutely robbing her.
taking care of people.
She's gonna try to make change for it. They're gonna give her
I hope she's smarter than
9
that.
coppers back.
I hope she's smarter
That
than
was a silver piece. Here's 9 coppers back.
No.
They're
Somebody
gonna
better
get
do
her.
that. If I find out somebody did that, I'm gonna. They're done.
Vengeance.
Yeah. Exactly.
This is how Rowan ends up using his
Yep.
vengeance path.
He
is
just goes to some
murder.
he just goes to some
Murder.
shopkeeper and just straight up murders them.
Like, you just took it from a little girl.
Yeah.
You deserve to die.
Yeah.
Vengeance.
I think that's a new path, right?
Yep.
That's in the next supplement for D&D.
Yep. Petty vengeance.
Yeah.
I'm a petty vengeance paladin. Like, you stepped on my toe. You just run.
Yeah.
Cut me off in horse traffic. Yeah. That's perfect. All right. Well, I'll look at the paper.
There's an address on there. I mean, it's an address. It says
Yep. This place.
Yep.
Yep.
that place.
I'm gonna go back inside and like
And Graham will get up and
So,
Yeah.
Roland went out for a piss, and now he's telling you like,
Yeah.
"Come on, guys." Yeah.
Alright.
Graham will finish his drink and then head on out with Rowan.
Baron leaves his drink untouched and then walks out with Rowan.
I don't think he actually
You,
eats or drinks.
you get Wigbit's attention. He was like peeking into the kitchen.
Yeah.
You've seen the Farron eat.
I don't know that I have.
He doesn't poop. I know that.
Yeah, see? I don't think he eats food.
If
I don't
nothing
think he
comes out, it's
can.
because nothing went in.
There. All right. Yep. Y'all drag Wigbit away from
Yeah.
the kitchen doors.
Yep.
Somebody had this sent to me. Hold up the paper.
What is it?
Somewhere here in town.
You know anybody here, or is it?
I don't.
So should we go now?
Why not?
Might as well.
Where is it in town?
Girls seem to be in a
Actually,
hurry.
I mean, does it indicate like it's in
No,
hybrid? It's in.
Just an address.
What
It
did you
might
find?
be
You
able to get
assume.
to it.
You assume though with an address, it'll probably won't take you too long to ask somebody, and they
Yeah.
can probably direct you at least to the street.
Well, to
and
find
there
this street.
Yeah.
Right.
I walked on this desk and went, hey, we're looking for blah, blah, blah. For
Yeah, well, Boss Street.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Furfernuggle Street. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we're
Smurf
not
Neblin
doing-
Street? Is that what you said?
Neblin Street.
Which borough is it in?
So eventually you find out it is south of the Citadel. Or I guess southwest of the Citadel.
Wessamar.
Or west southwest. Yeah, yeah. So it's Wessamar. Yeah. No.
What else are we doing tonight?
Guess we'll see.
On your guard. We want to all reveal.
Could stick to the shadows if you wish.
Maybe stay out of sight. So we know what's
No
going
one's
on.
here though. They probably know we're all here.
Well, either way, Grim will stick to the shadows as we go.
Farron's still disguised as Rowan's understudy.
All right.
Not a squire.
Right.
Understudy, right.
Just
Because
private-
not
this is a
carrying-
flag.
Not carrying the banner.
No, Private the Farron.
PFC Farron.
Is that how you'd say it?
Exactly how you say it.
Yeah,
see, he's
that's
got
it.
this.
UFC fair, yeah. Yeah, so eventually you get over
And as we get
here.
close, I'm going to look at this address through my new spyglass that I bought.
Oh god.
See if there's a secret message.
I don't know. I got to scope the place out. That's why I bought a spyglass.
Oh, the place. I thought you were looking at the
Oh,
note.
no, I was just holding the note up.
That's what I thought you were saying too.
No, I'm looking at the house.
Into the microscope.
Yeah.
So
there was the other half was written in lemon juice. I didn't even know it.
this large building over here, which as you get close enough to see it through your groovy little spyglass, what you realize is a very large estate.
Oh,
I mean, so those are grounds, or I mean, you're in a city, so but I mean, you see this, you've seen this in Emelis too. Like there are houses that have grounds around it. Probably some of the buildings beside it are like, this is my stable that goes to my large estate, and this is my, so it's that kind of thing. This is my driveway, it's that kind of thing. Again, it's another one of these like gated streets, and you realize as you're over here, and it is dark. I mean, y'all can see in the dark, so most of you can anyway. That there are more nicer looking places on this side of the city and on this side of the Citadel than in a lot of the other places you've been. But this is the biggest one that you can see in at least in this immediate area.
But no, like, I mean, there are guards.
I mean, so there's lights on inside.
Okay.
You don't see any guards
Okay.
necessarily. You might see. I mean, like you see, there's like another gate attendant
Okay.
here. At this hour looks half asleep, but
Yeah.
he's sitting at the gate. And I mean, you don't see anybody else like on the estate grounds from here.
All right. You ready? Stroll up to the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to disturb you.
Oh no. I'm fine. Yeah.
Of course.
What can I do for you tonight?
I was sent here. This is this address, right?
The little
Hold up the piece of paper.
Oh. All right. Well. Yes. Lord Amandi will. Well, I guess you'll have a visitor at the late hour. He sent for you. Yep. Starts to open the gate.
Shall I bring my companions?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, like motion down the road.
How many companions are you talking about?
77.
Yeah, I brought my army.
That's too many.
I have 3 traveling friends with me.
All right. Yes. Lord Amandi wants to see you. Yes. Anyway, come on in. I'll show you. I'll show you to his. And then he waits for you to come in. Do you all 4 come in?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
If Grim sticking to the shadows or not. He'll close the gate. Excuse me. He'll walk by you and walk across the estate grounds, and he'll go to the nice front door. And he opens it up. Says, all right, this way. So he takes you inside, like to the entry area, and he says, I'm to direct you to go, and he points straight ahead. And he's like, to the stairs. Go up the stairs. When you get to the top of the stairs, go straight until you get to a big, ugly red door.
The red door.
I mean, don't say that out loud.
Oh.
I was just telling you, like,
Red
that's gonna
door.
help.
There.
Yes.
It's gonna
Are
help.
there not ugly red doors?
I'm just saying, it's very tacky.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
I'm
you.
allowed to have an opinion. I'm a free
course.
man.
Of course.
Yes, it's just.
Wigman's chuckling in Carrick.
I mean, are there other red doors? I mean, if it's the only red door, you really don't have to qualify it.
It's just tacky. It's not necessary. It could just be. Just go. All right, it's late.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Thanks.
It turns around and walks back outside.
All right.
Up to
So you
the
go up the stairs.
tacky red door.
And just out of curiosity, he had no problem with us walking in with our weapons and everything.
No.
Okay, great.
Great.
I mean, looked at you, and he walked in, and like, I actually, everybody roll an insight check.
I was gonna say, is it friendly or unconcerned? Because those are very different things.
Nice.
Yeah. Wig was laughing. Ooh. So Rowan and actually Grim, because I mean, he's an attendant. You got the impression that, I mean, he's doing his job. That you were expected in some sense. And that the rest of it to him was like, this is what I was told to do. I'm following what I was told to do to the letter of what I was told to do.
So not unconcerned, but just completely apathetic.
I mean, there might be a sense of apathy there, really. Yeah, he's just kind of like, go to the ugly red door and go in, you know. And like the only time he really seemed to be concerned or unwanting about something is when Grim questioned him having an opinion about something, and he felt like you were calling him into question as a person, and he just didn't appreciate it, So, we humans are, we're a sensitive bunch, So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. Now he's sitting back at the gate, just sulking at this point.
Like nobody expects a guest to just walk in and like murder people all over your mansion.
Yeah,
Right.
you're a guest.
Right.
What kind of guest
Right.
would you be?
All right.
All right. Well, then we go to the tacky red door.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So you go up the stairs, and you see that there are like several doors along this hallway. And then like the hallway kind of wraps around. I mean, this is a big place. And you walk by some doors, and some of them are open. And everybody make an investigation roll.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm very good at that. God.
Oh boy.
The Farron saves the day.
Look at our pluses to this.
With a
1101. We do
Yeah.
not investigate.
Nor are any of us very intelligent, which
No.
seems to fit with how the story has gone.
Yep. A bunch of dummies.
Wow.
A bunch of dummies gonna save the world.
Wait, am I tied for smartest in the party?
Yeah,
Yes,
think
you
so.
are.
It looks
Why?
that way.
You're the hero,
Because-
Wigbit.
Yeah.
You gotta be smart.
I thought I was the idiot.
All that reading
We're all
you
the
do all
idiots.
the time.
We're just all idiots in different ways.
You
Yeah.
memorized prophecy, man.
The
That's hard
Farron,
to
why do you make me feel so dumb, man? I figured you were smart with your books and stuff.
I'm also going to have one of those going as we stroll up here, down this hall and up to the tacky door.
Okay. I mean, there's a noxious odor to your
I
left.
bet.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Listen, I just have to point it out. It's
Yeah,
part of the game.
that's how
Part of
the
the
thing
spell.
works.
As long
Yeah.
as he divine sense, I have to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
That thing. God. I'm gonna get I'm gonna rub a pine air freshener all over it.
Okay. So the Farron and Josh, how long does that last?
That's a good
A
question.
round. It's until the end of your next turn.
Is
So
it?
2 rounds.
Okay, then I'll wait until we get to like either like something weird happens or we get to the tacky door.
Okay.
I just want to know if there's a
So-
Rakshasa behind it.
So,
Sure.
so the Farron, of all people, notices, just like kind of as you're walking by, like towards the tacky red door, that those the doors that were opened, like it doesn't look like anybody has been in those, like in a long time. Like you just happen to notice, like it looks pretty dusty in there, and
Like years?
I mean, maybe. You happen to catch a glance of a picture frame and there were no pictures in it. That kind of
Oh.
thing.
Yeah.
And like every door that you passed by that was open that you could see into, because you saw it on the first one, and you're like, that's kind of strange. And then you hit the second one that was kind of open, and you're like, wait a minute, I'm seeing a pattern here. And then so you see another one that's the same thing, some on your right, some on your left, and every one it seems to be that same type of thing.
So thinking back, did that guard seem like they just wanted to be out of here? Like, was it not apathy? Was it like, you guys do what you want, I need to get out of here?
No,
All right.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't anything like you didn't. You didn't. Yeah, you didn't really pick up like on any fear or anything.
Okay.
Um,
That's
yeah.
hopeful.
But yeah, so that's what you notice as you're like heading down towards the red door.
I point that
And-
out to them.
oh, okay.
This is not a lived-in residence.
It's odd.
Should make for an interesting night.
How many
Perhaps.
rooms do you need?
Be ready.
Of course.
And there's you get to this door. It's a good sized door. I mean, it's a nice. I mean, it's a good sized door. It is red. It does kind of clash, to be honest. I mean, I'm just, I'm not taking the attendant side here, but it does seem to clash a little bit, But yeah, it's there and it's closed. It's not open.
Is it closed and locked? The Farron will try the door.
No, it seems unlocked.
Anything evil in
Ooh.
there?
Do you do it now?
Yeah, so do it as we're outside that door.
You do not detect any of those things.
Cool.
Okay.
There's no Rakshasa
Celestial
in there.
fiends are undead.
Unless you can't detect anything through that door.
Well, open it in the next 6 seconds. We'll be fine.
We'll find out.
So who opens the door?
Well, it sounded like the Farron.
Oh, okay.
He's our leader. He's leading. He's fighting from the front.
I'll push open the door.
Who would we say was behind the Fair?
Probably either me or Wigbit.
Yeah, I'd be fine with either.
And actually, it's a hallway that like you can walk two abreast.
Oh,
I should say that.
Me and Wigbit.
Right?
Then.
This is a big. This is like one of those
There you
doors.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
Walking in a diamond.
Yep.
Farron was in front, and Drew Wigbit, or excuse me, Drew Wigbit,
Yeah.
Wigbit Rowan, and then Grim in the back.
Wigbit rolling in the back.
No,
Grim in the back.
Grim in the back.
Grim Wigbit in the back. Is that what it said?
No, oh sorry.
No,
no.
diamond.
Yeah, diamond.
so.
So Farron in the front, then Rowan and Wigbit next, and then Grim in the back. So three. So we're not going fully two abreast.
Man, y'all are okay. All right. Now I understand.
We had a diamond.
All right, hang on one second.
Battle formation. This is a bad battle
That's right.
formation. This is a bad battle formation.
Is Graham walking backwards and
Yeah.
Yep.
Grim's walking
Yeah,
backwards,
he's
getting ready
watching.
to
Yeah,
shoot.
just-
So this will be fun. As
Oh
you
yeah.
open the door.
Huh, why would we need this? Oh, just so we can see the hallway.
Right.
It's a
Yeah.
nice
Just so
hallway.
we can see what we're doing, where we're at.
So the door opens, and you
Where's the
see a large,
Oh, yeah.
obviously large
Wait. What?
room
Wait.
in front of you.
Wait a minute.
son of a
What?
Do a double take.
Uh oh.
And you see Wigbit sitting on a large chair. And Wigbit is still beside you too, but there's a Wigbit sitting on a chair. And as the door opens and you see Wigbit on a chair, make sure, yeah. Grim's eye first, because I know Grim catches these areas that he can't see through because they're nice and dark.
Smoky, one might say.
Smoky dark.
Mm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And the voice on the chair, when you open the door, laughs. And for a moment laughs like Wigbit, and then starts to laugh like a voice you heard recently, Wigbit, laughing. But then immediate, like the laugh comes, like ha 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 ha, and then all of a sudden the laugh stops, and his eyes grow wide as he looks at Baron, and he's staring at you. And we'll find out what happens in 2 weeks.
Sounds good.
Do it.
Great.
Wigbit, how did you get in there, man?
I
How
didn't
are you
realize
in
you
two
had
places
that
at
spell.
once?
It's a good spell.
Yeah, that's pretty wild that you did
Make
that.
sure you kill the right Wigbit.
Try.
Things might get confusing in here. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what
There's
happens.
a lot of hit points in this room now.
Yeah. Wow. Well, we're not really in the room quite yet.
Right.
That's true. You're not. Yeah.
Which is to say, there's a lot of hit points in that room right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, this will be something.
Are there some there needs to be some minions around, like little appetizers.
Something to keep
I mean,
you protected with all those souls just swirling around you.
like, there's at least one down the stairs.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Even back out front. Go get him.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you.
Come here.
What's up?
Come here real quick.
Thanks.
Thanks.
All right. Well,
All right.
thanks for hanging out, everybody. And we will be back next week with Scion. And we'll find out. Oh, we'll find out if our Scions can either win an auction or steal a thing from an auction, or the person who wins it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And then and then 2 weeks we'll find out why there's another Wigbit and which Wigbit is the better Wigbit.
Wigbit fight.
Yep. It's actually just gonna be
it.
just gonna be a bake off. So hope that other Wigbit picked up the cooking feet.
Yeah,
Well,
chef feet.
That's what I
Chef feet.
said.
Yeah.
It's actually a baker
Yeah.
sitting there.
Yep.
He's got a sack over his shoulder. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Sack of flour.
Yeah, it's the Great Vilayas Bake Off. That's what's happening next week.
I love it.
All right.
All right, so yeah, we'll see you next week for Scion, 2 weeks for this. So everybody have a good night. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next time.
Night.
Night, everybody.
Right?
Hi, everyone.